All right, let's dive into this. Imagine for a second if your deepest desire, I mean, the simple right to just relax, wasn't just a mood.
Hmm.
What if it was like an official policy, a certified, almost government-issued ID card that gave you permission to just permanently avoid stress?
A fascinating thought experiment.
It is, and our deep dive today is into let's call it a legal document. Sort of.
Sort of is doing a lot of work there.
It really is. It's the lyrics to the song License to Chill by Donnie Doom, and we are treating it not as, a novelty song, but as a full-blown manifesto for an alternative way of life.
Right, and that's our mission here. We're trying to extract the philosophy of what we're calling the doctrine of radical leisure. We're going to analyze what this license to chill, or LTC, actually lets you do.
And where its authority even comes from.
Exactly, and whether its framework can actually stand up to, the real world.
And the thing is, the lyrics don't ease you into it.
Yeah.
They throw you right into this amazing, glorious confrontation.
Oh, yeah. No warning.
You, the license holder,
Yeah.
you're telling your boss you're done. He hits you with that classic line, the anchor of society, what about bills to pay?
The ultimate question.
And your response, with a grin and a margarita in hand, is, I've got a license to chill, kiss my ass.
And that opening line, it establishes the whole premise. It's non-negotiable. This isn't a request for time off.
Yeah.
It's a declaration of sovereignty over your own time and your own energy. It's a complete, unapologetic rejection of the idea that you have to justify your existence with, constant work.
It's amazing how fast the song sets up its own jurisdiction, its own rules. It knows it's breaking the law, so to speak.
It does.
And it immediately tackles the big question. Who on earth has the authority
Yeah.
to give you a license for a lifetime of thrill?
And that's the critical point in the first verse. You see this immediate split between two competing authorities. On one hand, you have the DMV,
Ah, the DMV.
the Department of Motor Vehicles, the symbol of everything tedious, structured, impersonal, bureaucratic.
The ultimate gatekeeper.
Right. And the license holder says, point blank, the DMV won't recognize my card.
And that denial is so important. The DMV certifies your identity, your right to move through society. So by rejecting them, the LTC is basically saying, I am counter-establishment. My existence doesn't need your stamp of approval.
But here's the brilliant part of the philosophy. It doesn't just reject authority, it immediately provides a new one, a better one.
It does.
The line continues, but the tiki bar says, I'm working hard.
Okay, wait, we have to stop on that phrase for a second. Working hard.
Yes.
The Tiki Bar, the Temple of Leisure, is the authority that validates you, and in doing so, it just completely flips the entire definition of labor.
It totally does. The tiki bar becomes the ultimate arbiter, and it validates the pursuit of relaxation as a legitimate, even a strenuous job.
So chilling is now a skill, it's a craft.
Exactly. If the DMV measures your compliance, the tiki bar measures your commitment to joy. You're working hard at chilling. It's not idleness. It's an intentional, meaningful project.
So we've officially moved authority from like a state agency with fluorescent lights to a place governed by good vibes.
A much better system.
And this new authority is then backed up by its own documentation rules. Like, how do you prove you hold this new identity?
Through the ID photo, of course. The LTC photo has very specific requirements. You must be pictured in flip-flops and shades.
It's an identity that's defined by immediate comfort, not a suit and tie. Your official state of being has to be relaxed.
And the approval process for that photo is just as subversive. It was approved by the Council of Rum-Soaked Parades.
Which is not a department head, that's for sure.
Not at all. It's a governing body built entirely on celebration and community. It's governance by hedonism, really.
So if you fail to get your license approved by the state,
Uh-huh.
you can just convene your own more fun legislative assembly.
Why not? The philosophy says you have that right.
Okay, let's move on. If we're really treating this like a legal document, we have to dig into the terms and conditions, because the issuing authorities here they're just spectacular.
They really are. And it makes a perfect sense. If you want to escape human-made systems, the license has to be issued by something, bigger, more permanent.
Something immutable.
Right. And that's why the lyrics turn to basically natural law. It's not authenticated by a Secretary of State, but by the environment itself.
So the paperwork is just living.
Pretty much. Where a normal document needs a notary public with a rubber stamp, the LTC needs a more atmospheric endorsement.
Okay, so there are 3 endorsements. First, it is stamped by the sun.
The primary authority. Warmth, light. You don't submit a form, you just have to submit yourself to a sunny day.
Then it's signed by the breeze.
Mm. Mm. The fluid, intangible signature of freedom. You can't forge it. You can only feel it.
And the notary, the official witness that makes it all binding. A seagull with salt in the air.
Which firmly roots the document in a specific place, the coast. The squawk of the seagull replaces the embossed legal seal. It's genius.
It's genius because you can't laminate it. The license is an experience. So if nature issues the permit, what about its duration? Are there renewal fees?
Ah, and that's where the terms offer this incredible break from the cycle of modern life. The license guarantees, and I quote, no expiration, no renewal fee.
That's the dream right there.
It is, because it removes that cyclical anxiety we all have, the tax forms, the registration renewals. This is a lifetime entitlement to freedom from bureaucratic time.
It's the ultimate rebuttal to, like, your 2 weeks of paid vacation. But wait, we said the tiki bar validates you for working hard, so there have to be some kind of upkeep, right? The maintenance clause.
Yes, and it's the perfect anti-time card. The license is validated daily with shots of tequila, please.
The best kind of daily compliance check-in.
It's a ritual. To maintain your good standing, you have to perform an act of intentional, verifiable pleasure.
So the cost of keeping your license isn't money. It's a measured dose of joy. The system is completely self-reinforcing. It's a perfect loop of leisure.
And that's a huge structural difference. The cost is joy, not money or labor. It shifts the whole metric of a successful life from financial wealth to experiential wealth.
So what does this permanent permit actually get you? The core permissions seem to be about avoidance, freedom from things.
That's a big part of it. You get no traffic stops.
Yeah.
So freedom from those minor everyday frictions. And then the big one, no stress to kill.
That wording is so powerful. No stress to kill.
It is. It frames stress not as a side effect, but as an active enemy that you have to fight. The LTC is like an ideological shield that just stops it from ever reaching you.
It's sold as just a permanent permit for a lifetime thrill. It doesn't just allow relaxation. It promises total ideological protection.
Right, and this is where it gets really interesting because the philosophy in the bridge goes beyond just avoiding the boss. It presents an entirely new ambition.
A new life goal.
Yes. The license holder explicitly contrasts their goals with, the conventional markers of success. The lyrics say, some folks chase promotions, some chase fame.
Those are the abstract, distant goals society sets for us.
Exactly. And what's the LTC holder's new, immediate, tangible goal? I chase the bartender who plays the game.
I love that line. It immediately shifts the focus from, like, corporate ladder climbing to a real human interaction that's based on fun.
It completely inverts the hierarchy of needs. And if you take the song's analogy that life's a highway, the LTC holder makes a very conscious choice.
They get off the interstate.
They get off the interstate and they take the scenic route, which is a statement against productivity culture. It's about prioritizing the quality of the journey over the speed of arrival.
But this lifestyle, this whole philosophy, it needs a very specific setup to actually work. It's not just a mindset.
Oh no, it requires a detailed physical environment. You need the right tools for the job of chilling.
The job of chilling. Okay, so what are the tools?
They're meticulously listed. You need a hammock, a beer, and a coconut tree. Those are the physical prerequisites.
The essential equipment.
Yeah.
And what about the sensory input? The soundtrack to anti-productivity.
That would be steel drums playing. And the required fuel for sustained chilling is, of course, a frozen fruit.
So when you put it all together, the sun-stamped license, the tequila, the coconut tree, it's not just a vacation.
Not at all. It is a complete replacement of one worldview with another. It reshapes your values to prioritize immediate sensory pleasure and natural authority over every single man-made institution.
The DMV, the boss, the corporation.
All of them. The measure of a good life is no longer about what you accumulate, but about the quality of your chill.
And the song closes by just insisting that this whole thing is legit, I swear. Despite the Seagull notary.
Which is the final compelling offer, isn't it? It's offering total freedom from the pressure of conventional adult life.
A perfect anti-manifesto.
And it knows it needs more people to join the movement. It needs converts, so it extends an open invitation to anyone feeling that burden.
Yeah. The final lines are a direct call to action to you, the listener. If you are feeling uptight, the offer is on the table. Apply today for your license to chill.
It's a remarkable philosophical proposal, all wrapped up in a summer anthem.
It really is. It's basically arguing your personal freedom is just as valid as any document stamped by the state.
Which I think leaves us with a pretty important question to connect this back to your own life. If the Tiki Bar validated the license holder for working hard, How does this pursuit of radical chill redefine what work and achievement mean for us?
Hmm.
I mean, for you listening, what would be the equivalent of getting your own personal license signed? What's the most authentic, non-conventional authority in your life? Maybe it's a hiking trail or your family's kitchen or a mentor. What would you choose to validate your leisure? Something to mull over while you look for your own scenic route.